Donald Trump's mass deportation plans are set to begin in major cities, but could face immediate backlash. Just last night, a San Diego county voted to deny aid to federal immigration enforcement. But NewsNation is now confirming some migrants are starting to leave on their own, attempting to self-deport ahead of the second Trump presidency. And in the past few years, the U.S. has seen the largest immigration surge in American history, with an annual average of close to 2.5 million people, and that's just from 2021 to 2023. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live for us in Del Rio, Texas, with this exclusive. So, Allie, what more are you learning about these apparent self-deportations?
Yeah, so what we're learning here, Nicole, is that migrants who are going through their asylum proceedings are actually cutting things short on their own, and they're finding ports of entry and they're trying to leave ahead of the possibility of Trump removing them. So migrants are actually finding Border Patrol agents or CBP officers, and they're asking them if they can leave. Here's the deal, though. Because those migrants are in actual legitimate proceedings, DHS really has no bearing here. They're in the court's hands right now. So all CBP can do is advise that they walk back to Mexico through a port of entry. They have that legal right to do that. Now, one man from Venezuela told agents that he was trying to get out before Trump gets in, and says that he heard there was an agreement with Mexico and Venezuela where they are actually helping to get people back to their home country. Now, Venezuela has not taken deportation flights back from the United States for nearly a year. Mexico does have a better working relationship with Maduro, and that might be a possibility for this young man. Now, we called the migrant stepfather in Pennsylvania, who confirmed that the migrant went back to Mexico to continue his journey to Venezuela. Interesting here, though, because they are in proceedings already, they are not self-deporting, they are self-departing. However, an immigration attorney that we talked to says that move is essentially the same thing, and they essentially issue a deportation order against themselves when they do this, and they likely will have issues coming back in if they have a valid hearing. Take a listen.
They are probably not going to be able to get back in to reapply or to start the process over. It's in many of these, asylum included, you kind of get one chance. And if you give up halfway through, you don't get to come back and ask for asylum again. You'll be put into a different type of proceeding and you won't have asylum available to you.
Okay, so of course this comes as President-elect Trump is promising those mass deportations come day one, so something we'll certainly be watching for. But many of the migrants that we're talking to here, Nicole, say they are worried, they are concerned of the threat of being deported, but they are also convinced that President-elect Trump is going to go after the criminals and the people that have a final order of removal first. However, remember, Borders czar Tom Homan said no one is safe because crossing the border illegally is a crime in itself. Nicole?
So, Allie, do immigration officials think that this self-deporting will potentially become more prevalent?
Yeah, we would think that we would be seeing it all over the place because they would potentially get kind of a ding on their record in the future if they were deported under Trump. But what's interesting here is that immigration attorney that we talked with, she says that she doesn't believe it will be a trend, but rather migrants will move within the United States into kind of sanctuary counties like San Diego or regions where they feel like they're going to be able to be more protected. She said the idea of them self-deporting is not something that we will likely see a lot of because they do end all of their opportunities within the U.S. when they do that, Nicole. And of course, they're watching the news too, and they're learning right along with us. Nicole.
All right, Allie Bradley live for us there in Del Rio. Thank you.